Sometimes I look around my office and I'm like, girl, you basically live in a Sephora Ulta, which is not the worst problem to have. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rudi and thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry about the weird lighting today. It's just a weird time of day and we are mid-moving, so I'm getting all my stuff out and I can't wait to figure out my new filming space. But in the meantime, this is what we've got. And I'm so excited to film today's video, which is the third installation of our Berry Best Awards. I think that's what I'm gonna go with. If you missed the first two, we have already gone over my favorite skincare and makeup of the year. Now, what makes these different, in my opinion, is that I choose one product per category. I don't choose like, oh, best concealers, this one, this one, this one, this one. I'm like, no, this one was my favorite of the entire year. And some of them have been repeats, so that should tell you that I am dedicated to some of these products. This one is a brand new one for this year. I decided to do best hair care of 2021. My channel is kind of a mix of hair care, beauty, skincare, vlogging. It's kind of just a amalgamation of my life and all of the tips and tricks that I've been able to tell my friends and family, and it's just a passion for me. And so I thought, you know what, let's add hair care and body care to the list this year because I also get a lot of questions on that. So again, if you are new here, my name is Rudi. Thank you so much for stopping by. Like I said, we talk about hair care, skincare, body care, makeup, and I would love to have you subscribe. Let's get into best hair care of 2021. So I know I just said that I chose one from each category, and that is true. However, there are a few honorable mentions throughout this video because they are things that I've talked about for most of the year, whereas a few of them are almost brand new to me that I've decided have taken a top spot, and I don't want to alarm anyone. So we're gonna show a couple when it comes to shampoo, conditioners, and hair oils. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you which one's the best. So my number one duo, okay, so I'm counting shampoo and conditioner as a duo because to me they need to work hand in hand, and I've noticed over time that the best way to really take care of your hair, in my opinion, is to use a shampoo and conditioner that were kind of made to go together. So I have two options to show, and then we'll talk about a clarifying shampoo. This new one to me has swiftly become my favorite, and it was actually a favorite in last month's video, and that is the Crown Affair The Ritual. So it's just called The Ritual Shampoo and Conditioner. This is a boutique hair brand. They've sent me PR in the past, but I have purchased this and most of the things that I'm mentioning here from them. And I want to preface, really, I should backtrack. I want to preface this video by saying that my hair type is straight. It is fine and it's frizzy and oily. So I have a very oily scalp, dry ends. I would say I have long color treated hair, but the most important thing to notice here is that my hair is fine and straight. Okay, so most of these recommendations are gonna work for you if you have a similar hair type to me, but don't take them as Bible if you have coily hair, curly hair, thick hair. You know, everybody needs a little bit of something different in their routine to help with their specific hair type. However, there are definitely products throughout this video that would work for everyone, but I just want to mention that specifically for like shampoo and conditioners. So anyways, the Crown Affair The Ritual to me feels like it was made for people with thin, fine hair. It works so well. I have never had hair that has felt softer, more clean in my life. And those are kind of the two things that I'm really going for in terms of feel after I get out of the shower. If I've washed my hair twice a week, which is typically what I do, I want my hair to feel silky smooth and clean. If you're a person who feels like what you want out of your shampoo and conditioner is volume, it's probably not gonna be these for you. They're just the best everyday type of maintenance shampoo and conditioner that I've ever tried. The conditioner is not too heavy, the shampoo is not too light, it cleans very well, and it's got a beautiful light scent. It's a very weightless, nourishing, hydrating, and it just feels like a high-end experience when you use them. They are a little bit expensive, and as you guys know, I also love Kristen S products, so keep that in mind. Like, I'm not gonna list everything here, but I do have an entire hair video that goes over all of the stuff that I have used in the past couple years. I don't need to explain myself, okay? Those are my favorites of the year. I wanted to give another option for those who do have thicker, curly, coily, or just generally have more hair than I, and it's something that I've also mentioned quite a few times, which is the Bumble & Bumble Ultra Rich line. I really, really love this line, especially for those times when you feel like you have gone way too far in between washes and your hair is super dry and brittle. This actually is infused with hyaluronic acid, so it's going to help really hydrate your hair, and I feel like it makes a huge difference in just how smooth, silky, and just like nourished that your hair feels, especially if you have like very thick, straight, or thick, coily hair. I think you're gonna absolutely love these. They are expensive. Again, they're at Sephora, but they do such an amazing job. I use these basically once every other week with the Crown Affair as maintenance. And then for my clarifying shampoo, I use the Kristen S clarifying shampoo. I really try not to use a clarifying shampoo too often. It's good to use one maybe once a week, once every other week, especially if you're someone who uses a lot of product in your hair and your scalp. But they're not super safe for color treated hair, which is what my hair is. So I try and avoid them as to not strip the color from my hair. But this one helps build up removal, purifying, volumizing, shine enhancing, mineral detoxifying, super sudsing. So it is definitely for those people who spend a lot of time in between washes like me. Again, use it sparingly because it can be drying on the hair, but it does help with a lot of buildup. And you can find this at Target. Now, another Crown Affair product that I wanted to mention as my deep conditioner choice, this is their Renewal Mask. So this is the Ritual Conditioner and this is the Renewal Mask. Their everyday conditioner was actually based on a light version of their deep treatment mask, which I kind of loved because I love this mask so much. So this is a 5-minute mask that you put on the mid hair down to the shafts, and it's just beautiful. It's silky, silky, silky smooth. And I know I keep saying that, but I'm really trying to get you guys to equate this brand with silky clean hair because that is what it is. I'm almost out of this, and it has that exact same fragrance as the rest of their products. I will say the only thing that bothers me about this product is the tub, because when you're in the shower and you're trying to open it and get it in your hair and not get water in it, I wish that it was in a squeezy tube because it's not so thick that it couldn't be in one. But this was the first hair product that I ever tried from them, and it got me down this rabbit hole of trying all of these other things. So I highly recommend anything from the brand Crown Affair, but especially their deep treatment mask. If you want to just try something to see how you like it, test out the scent, test out the feel of your hair after this, and then maybe dive in with some of their other products. But this was my favorite treatment mask of the year by far. And honestly, I haven't really dove into other treatment style masks like protein treatments or anything like that because I'm not an expert when it comes to hair. And when you use rice water protein treatments and protein treatments in general on your hair, you can overdo it very easily and actually cause more damage to the hair. So I try not to do any DIY products or go overboard with my hair and stick to the basics because I have found that I love the way my hair looks and I don't really need to do all that extra stuff. And honestly, if you're not a hairdresser, I would probably stay away from doing all that stuff too. So at this point in our routine, we've gone through shampoos, conditioners, and deep treatments. So the most important thing that I learned about my hair in 2021 was the right brushes to use for it and to heat protect it. Heat protectants were a huge thing for me this year in finding the right one, and I tried a lot that were really good. I tried 2 different ones from Bumble and Bumble, including their invisible oil and their new treatment that comes with this line that's like a lotion treatment, and it's gorgeous. But within the last 2 months, I have been using this Kerastase Elixir Ultimate, and I have only used this, and I just you can't pull me away from it. I love it so much. Actually, what's funny is that my hairdresser uses this product and she uses it when I'm in the salon, and I always loved it, but I never thought to ask because, you know, when you're in the hair salon, I'm just trying to relax. I'm not really like paying attention to what she's using. But she mentioned this to me and was like, the Kerastase in the gold bottle is like the best because you can use it on wet hair and dry hair. It's a heat protectant, but you can also use it as a nourishing oil, and typically oils like this you can't use on wet hair. So this was made specifically to heat protect all the way to nourish dry ends once your hair is dry. Like, it's amazing. It is expensive. You can find this at Sephora, and they also have a mini size. But when I use this with my Crown Affair shampoo and conditioner, my hair has never felt better, softer, just bouncy, clean, shiny. And I like to add volume, and I'll add volume through the way I dry my hair, the products that I put in after the fact. But when I get straight out of the shower, I want clean, weightless, bouncy hair, and that's what this gives me. Not only does it heat protect, but it helps nourish the ends of your hair, and I love it. It's a lightweight feel. It smells really good. You end up smelling like a luxurious woman after you wear this on your hair, and I love this. I absolutely love this, and I'm gonna continue to repurchase it. And it makes me feel good to know that they use this in my salon, because it's like, okay, she's on the right track. She's figuring things out. No more Pantene in this house. Speaking of the things that I learned this year, and I mentioned brushes. There are 2 style of brushes that I have bought this year that I have really stuck to and that I will continue to repurchase down the line. First one is a Tangle Teaser. The Tangle Teaser that I have is from the drugstore or from Target. This is made with plastic bristles here, and it's basically for tangled wet hair. It is amazing to get dry shampoo out of your roots of your hair because it has this kind of pointy, plasticky, bendy top. So it really gets in there. One of the things that I learned this year about hair is that it's important to brush your hair out and get some of that buildup out of your hair before you go in for your next style or before you wash your hair. It kind of helps your wash last a little bit longer. So if you have time at the end of the night, go in with a plastic bristled brush and help get some of that buildup out of your hair. That's what I do with this, and I use this straight on my wet hair to help detangle it. It's amazing. Again, it's so cheap. It can be wet without any like damage to it. So great, especially if you like to just have a little massage on your scalp. Love it. The other brush style, you don't have to get this one exactly, but it is inexpensive, is a boar bristle brush. A boar bristle brush is really great for people who have oily roots and dry ends, which is what I have. This is from the Wet Brush, so you can, again, get this at Walgreens, Target. I'll have all of this linked in the description down below, but this is really going to help pull all of the oil that you have on your roots down to your ends to help nourish those ends and transfer some of that oil down. It requires you to brush your hair a little bit more than the average time that you would spend brushing your hair. I take a boar bristle brush because it has this plastic bit attached with boar bristles all around it. From the root, really get in there and brush down, down, down. I do this like sometimes 100 times at night if I have the time or the patience, or I just like want to spend time in my bathroom, and it really helps disperse some of that oil from your root down to your ends. It's a great brush, super inexpensive, works very, very well for people who have straight hair, who have fine hair, and who have oily scalp. Love it. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention my brush cleaner as well. I don't want to get too close with this because there is hair in it. It's from a brand called Olivia Garden, and I'm not kidding. On TikTok, I said it was from Olive Garden. How embarrassing is that? Everyone was like, sweetie, no, it's not from Olive Garden. So it comes with 2 sides. I got this one on Amazon, a side that has more space in between and then a thicker side where they're more pulled together. I basically just use this side, and I clean my brushes literally every single day because the sight of a bunch of hair in my brush really gives me a lot of anxiety. But cleaning out your brushes at least once a week is really going to give them more time with you, and on top of that, it's gonna help keep your hair healthier so that there's not a bunch of product stuck in your brush that you're transferring back into your hair. Just a little tip. All right, let's get into some products. Now, at this point, our hair has been washed and it's been brushed. So let's talk about dry shampoos, texturizing sprays, and hair oils. My favorite dry shampoo of the year and of all time, forever and ever, amen, is the Batiste dry shampoo. This is in Bare, which is the barely scented one. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if it's bad for me. I don't care. I don't care. Batiste is that girl, and she will always be that girl. It is the best dry shampoo for people, how many times can I say this, like me, who have straight fawn hair. If you have straight fine hair, this is it. You don't need to spend a bunch of money on other ones. This is it. Do I really like the Dry Bar one? Yes. Do I like the Living Proof one? Yes. Are they better than Batiste? No. No, they're not, and they probably never will be. It leaves your hair feeling, once again, clean and weightless. Clean, weightless, check, check, check. I'm not gonna talk about it anymore. I've talked about Batiste endlessly on this page. Now, to counteract that drugstore, let's talk about a more expensive something. This is the Amika Undone Volume and Matte Texture Spray. So this is a great texture spray for people who don't have a lot of volume in their hair, like me. So as I mentioned, we've just gotten completely clean and weightless with all of that stuff, but now that it's time to style the hair, we wanna add in a bit more volume. We wanna add in a little bit of zhuzh. That's what this is going to do for you. It smells amazing, and on top of that, the bottle is really, really cute. This is expensive, I'm not gonna lie, but it does an amazing job of texturizing your hair without adding like the crunch. I also kind of use this in place of a hairspray, but typically when it comes to hairspray, I literally use, what is it, the Pantene or the L'Oreal, whichever is like in that big ass black tube. I don't even use hairspray, which is why I'm not talking about it in this video, because I use this texturizing spray and it does the job for me. It adds a bit of grit to your hair like a hairspray would, while also adding volume at the root. It's really, really beautiful, and you can find a texture spray at the drugstore. I tried Kristen S, didn't really like it, and I just continued to repurchase this one because I feel like it does a really good job. All right, hair oils. Hair oils were brand new to me in 2021 because before that, I was just like, okay, I conditioned my hair, what else do I need to be doing? But now, after trying the Bread hair oil this year, which I gotta say, beep beep toot toot, I made go viral on TikTok. I have tried a few others, and I have a few that I wanna mention for different reasons. So the overall winner for me of this year, say it with me, was Crown Affair. I know. This was their hair oil, and it's just called The Oil. This has the exact same scent as their other products, so when I do like a full hair routine of Crown Affair, I smell bougenia. Bougenia. I love the packaging. I love that it's a clear bottle. I love their little logo on the back. Like, I love everything about this. This is, again, really good for straight fine hair. It doesn't leave a ton of residue on your hands or on your hair. It feels almost like a dry oil, whereas some of these other oils that I'm gonna mention have a lot more body to them and would be probably better for curly hair. If you have straight hair and you're afraid to use a hair oil, try this one from Crown Affair, because it does add to that, you know, softness and bounce and shine at the bottom of your hair without weighing it down. On those days where I feel like my hair needs a whole ass oil massaging day, I go for the Bread oil. This stuff smells so freaking good. This is the mini, and it's called the Hair Gloss. I already have gone through a full size of this. It's beautiful. It looks amazing on the hair. I have a couple videos that I've made in collaboration with them on TikTok. If you have curly or coily hair, you have got to try this. My best friend Kevin has super curly hair. He absolutely loves this, and I've put so many people on it, even straight hair. Try this out. Don't be afraid. It is absolutely beautiful. It's got a beautiful scent. It works very, very well on the hair. Just be careful not to go up to the root. And they do have another product that I just wanted to mention if you are someone who doesn't like fragrance in your hair products. They have another oil called the macadamia oil, and it is completely fragrance free. You could use it on your hair and your body. That's just another option. But again, my winner of the year was the Crown Affair oil, but I just feel like I had to mention Bread because I also loved this one so much this year. Okay, we're rounding things out. I wanted to finish up the video with a few accessories and things that I've used that I feel like have really helped me a lot. One is my scalp scrubber. I got this on Amazon, and it was a couple bucks, and it is so good for when you have buildup in your scalp. If you use dry shampoo at all, or if you use anything in your actual scalp, this is going to help break that up while you're shampooing. So one of the tips that I can offer is with shampoo, go in twice. Like lather, rinse, repeat is an actual thing. The first time that you go in with your shampoo, you're gonna notice, especially if you have a lot of buildup, that it's not going to actually suds up. It's just gonna kind of like get in your scalp, and you always feel like you have to use more, right? If you're someone like me who like goes a lot of days between their washes. So that's the first time you go in. I really get in there with my scrubber to try and get that shampoo distributed throughout my scalp. You wash that out. You go in the second time with your shampoo, and it's gonna suds up immediately. That's actually cleaning your hair. The first time was removing buildup. The second time is cleaning your hair. That will also increase the time between your washes. You're welcome. But this is great for that. Help removing some of that buildup within your first wash. Just try it. It also feels so good. The other thing that I always recommend to everyone, whether you have long hair or short hair, but especially if you have long hair, is using a microfiber hair turban. This one is from Turby Twist, which I think is like kind of the originator of this. It's basically just a long microfiber towel that you twirl around and then shove through this little hole here so that you have on a little turban that is not heavy. Having a heavy towel pull your hair while it's wet, you're gonna have a much higher chance of actually pulling hair from the root because your hair is wet. So you wanna be careful with that. Using a super lightweight towel is going to help with that, but secondarily, microfiber is what I use on my dog. Like, microfiber is what's going to soak up the absolute most amount of water in your hair before you dry it. This thing is absolutely soaked when I take it out of my hair, and my hair feels already almost 50% dry when I use this versus a regular towel. You can find them on Amazon. They're super cheap and they really elevate your hair game. Just trust me. Okay, the very, very last thing I wanted to mention is kind of hair accessories. I wear my hair down mostly all the time. I don't really like wearing my hair up unless I'm doing like a slicked back model look bun, in which case I just use like a hair tie. However, claw clips were really in this year, and I found 2 different sets from Amazon that I wanted to mention. One is this medium-sized claw clip that is in a tortoiseshell style, and it comes in this color and then a lighter color. This is great for medium length, medium to thin hair. It's so cute and very aesthetic. And then I have this longer option that comes in a 5-pack with like 5 other colors, like a green, a pink, a nude, a black, and I don't know what else, a pink. I already said pink. These are for them girls and boys with really long, thick hair. I use these when I'm like, bitch needs to keep her hair up. Also are from Amazon, and they are matte, so they can really be worn with anything. I just feel like claw clips are a way to be in style and elevate your hair while also not breaking it with a like regular elastic. That was a lot, and I was getting really like energized towards the end to talk about these things. I hope that this video was informative to you. I really liked doing this one this year, so I'm definitely gonna have to add on to it next year. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite hair products were for the year, and tell us your hair type as well so we can know what to buy. I'm super excited to do my next video in the Berry Best Awards, which will be body care. That should be coming sometime later this week. We're gonna talk lotions, deodorants, body washes, self-tanner, pretty much everything that you would put on your body, and I will see you then. Bye!